Welcome back to another Crypto Friends interview. I'm sitting here today with Tomasz Dywiniszek. He is the founder of Crypto Sportz. Tomasz, can you tell me a little bit about what came first for you? Was it betting or was it crypto?
It was a passion for sports and a very simple problem which manifested itself in a WhatsApp group chat where there were a bunch of football fans. We were all university friends, and we would constantly challenge or bet each other that Barcelona was going to lose to Real Madrid, and we would wager back and forth, but those wagers never really got collected or paid out.
Right.
And so it was certainly this kind of peer-to-peer betting that came first, and then that's been a problem that has existed for us as a group, and I'm sure millions of other people for decades. And eventually when the blockchain and crypto evolved, and certain projects that came out in and around the fall of last year, like CryptoKitties and a bunch of others that use non-fungible tokens, that kind of just proved that you can create meaningful user experiences on using Ethereum and on the blockchain. And so we said, all right, that's what we're going to do. We're going to go out and we're going to hopefully solve this challenge of peer-to-peer sports betting via the tools that existed then. And now as we've matured and as our live platform has actually shown us, there's a very beautiful opportunity to essentially blockchainize the entire sports and esports betting ecosystem, and that's what we're doing now.
So you see a big future for blockchain in online betting?
I think 100% blockchain and betting in general is a perfect marriage, because one of the key issues in betting is trust, right? It's trust that the RNG, the random number generator that's powering this slot machine is real, or that when I submit a bet to a specific book that they're going to actually pay me out. If I bet on the Leicester City winning the EPL and then suddenly they owe me 20 million or something like that, that they'll actually have the liquidity and the ability to pay me. And so I think blockchain certainly solves that problem. And then we can talk about things like access and global accessibility and a myriad of other opportunities and benefits that crypto and blockchain provide to this specific space. So yes, I think betting is probably one of the most, after social games and the stuff that we've seen in market to date, I think betting is going to be the next frontier in terms of how crypto and blockchain get adopted into the mass usage.
Okay, and for Crypto Sportz, your platform, it concentrates on all sports, right? It's I've seen on at the moment we're at the point of time where we're in the middle of the World Cup.
Yeah.
I've seen on your page, on your website, that you have some betting opportunities for World Cup matches happening.
Yeah, and that's really our MVP. So currently what we have in place is a proof of concept to say this is real and this can happen, because a lot of other people have talked and have done ICOs to basically say we will go off and build something that will offer this offering. And so our vision was, we want to build a product first, and we want to demonstrate to people that it's possible, and after that we'll figure out how to how to go to market in a big way. And so yes, our vision is that we'll do sports and esports and everything within that kind of ecosystem that lends itself so nicely to the benefits of blockchain.
Cool. So we're sitting here in Barcelona at the World Gaming Executive Summit. It's actually the first time that this summit has spoken about technologies like blockchain and AI within its topic area. I wanted to know, like, if you are looking forward to meeting or greeting any particular projects here, or are there any particular panels that you are? I know that you're presenting tomorrow at the ICO pitching session, but externally to that, are there any particular projects that you think that your project could learn from or could work with?
Yeah, so we just finished actually a couple of roundtable sessions, and it was interesting to see the roundtable focused on blockchain within the betting space, and there were some regulators that basically said, we don't even understand it, how do we regulate it? And so it's interesting to see that angle, to basically know what we're going to be dealing with eventually. It was interesting to see how certain land-based operators, again, have no idea how to implement this, and they're getting approached and bombarded by different people within the tech and blockchain spaces. And for us personally, I think it would be great, because again, what we're trying to do is build an entire ecosystem on the blockchain. The projects that we're interested in connecting with are the data providers, because we see those guys as the underlying data layer, kind of supporting our entire ecosystem, as the miners do in a Bitcoin or in an Ethereum ecosystem, because they're validating those transactions, and we want to work with current data providers that go off and power a sports book or a casino to essentially dictate who gets which winnings, but do that on the blockchain and be that underlying data layer that powers up the subsequent exchanges and sports books that will be built on top of the crypto sports ecosystem.
Okay, cool. One final question for you would be, I've seen on your website that on the Crypto Sportz website that in order to place a bet you need to go through MetaMask. Right? So are the winnings immediate? Are they immediately taken through MetaMask if you were to win a bet?
They stay in the contract, and you can basically just submit a request to pull them out of the contract. So the way that it works, and it's not just MetaMask, it's any Ethereum supported wallet. So it could be Toshi or Trust Wallet or any of the browsers that are now kind of underpinned by Ethereum. And so as long as you've got a wallet that supports Ethereum as a protocol, you're able to come in and put in a bet in Ether into the smart contract. And then when you win, the contract basically understands that England won and Colombia lost. And so my winnings my bet essentially now goes to you. And now you've got essentially a pool of Ethereum sitting there, and you can pull it out or do whatever you want with it.
Sounds awesome. I might give it a go.